Guys, welcome to our down streaming series. I promise you that this series, wow, it's going to be very comprehensive. And by the end of this series, guys, wow, you're going to be able to become a down streaming ninja. Now, I'm going to put this up for you guys here. What you're seeing on the screen is our house washing system. Step number 1, connect to water supply. Number 2, home and plant protection, something you see us do a lot when we're out in the field. Number 3, you're going to do a walkthrough. Number 4, the 5 around. Of course, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. Marketing, picking up the neighbors when you guys are out there actually doing the jobs. Number 5 is when we're actually doing the house itself. We're going to spray our hot sauce, then rinse it off. Number 6, this is when we get the client and do a final walkthrough with them. And then finally, number 7 is we collect payment. And then finally, number 8, we ask for that awesome 5-star Google review. Don't worry, guys. I am going to, throughout this series, we're going to be talking a lot about this house washing system. You don't have to write this down right now, because basically every single one of these episodes that we're going to be doing out in the field together is going to be about the 8-step approach, this system, house washing system, so you guys can get out there. Because remember, guys, it's all about that quality of service. Gonna help you tremendously out there with your branding. Also, these videos are going to be a little bit longer than most of my videos, because guys, there's going to be very little editing. It's going to be all with the GoPro, because I want you guys right there. I want you guys inches away from that wall with me. I want you guys to feel like you're washing that house with me. And then, so, you know, I'm not doing any time-lapse video or anything like that. And then also, in this intro, I'm going to show you guys how I make my house washing mix. So I'm going to use the same intro for all the videos, because, you know, otherwise it's going to get very, very, very boring for you guys, because it's going to be repetitive. But all you got to do is copy this formula exactly. Of course, if you want to know more about the chemicals and everything that we use, watch episode 10. But I'm going to show you guys today how I batch mix my house mix. Now, most of you guys, like 95% of you guys, are going to be batch mixing. When you batch mix, it just means that you are actually pre-making the house solution that you're going to need for that day. And what I recommend you guys as new guys is you're going to need about 10 gallons of mix per house. So if you have 3 houses to wash that day, I would recommend you make about 30 gallons of mix. And then also, as a new guy, do not make mix for multiple days. I recently had one of you guys reach out to me and said that you had pre-made your house mix for 2 weeks. That's a big mistake, because, you know, this SH, guys, it does not last forever. It loses strength. So you want to make sure that you're making your mix no later than, let's say, no more than 2 or 3 days at a time. So the mix you make for Monday should last you Monday, Tuesday, maybe by Wednesday you're making new mix. So let's get into this. Now, in order to make your mix, you're going to need one of these. It doesn't have to be metal like mine. This is a cooking cup, okay? A measuring cup. You're just going to order that on Amazon. It costs like, I think I paid like $5 or $6 for this. I chose metal just because, you know, I drop stuff all the time and I don't want it to break. But anyway, so this is what I refer to when I'm telling you a cup. So a cup of surfactant. Now, the surfactant I use right here, you can see it, is Snapmonade. I mentioned this, I don't even know how many times now. If you use a different surfactant, that's fine. Okay, if you use Eliminator or Southern Draw from 𝐂𝐠, that's fine. As long as you are using a professional commercial grade surfactant. Again, the one that I use is Snapmonade. We order this in like 5-gallon pails. I have probably right now here at the shop about 40 or 50 gallons of this stuff. So here you go. So when you're going to batch mix, this is a 55-gallon vertical tank. Now, today we're going to be downstreaming 4 houses, okay? 4 houses. So I'm going to make 30 gallons. Now, here's the thing. I only actually need about 25 gallons. That's really what I rock. That's really what I take out into the field with me on a daily basis, is about 25 gallons of pre-made mix. You guys are going to need a little bit more like I explained, but I always like to take a little bit extra because 6, 7 out of 10 times I'm picking up neighbors. So you guys got to take that into account. In your case, I am using my hose here, my transfer pump hose, but in you guys' case, you're actually going to carry like the gallon jugs. Make sure that you carry a little bit extra with you in case you miscalculated and you need to make some mix on the fly. And then also if you pick up the neighbor, okay? So anyway, I've already put in this tank right here in the back here, I've already put 15 gallons of SH. Remember, SH, guys, stands for sodium hypochlorite, aka bleach. Now, you're going to make what's called a 50-50 mix. So that means that the mix is going to be half water and half bleach. In my case here, I am making 30 gallons of pre-made mix, batch mixing, okay? So I've already put in this tank right here, guys. The tank was bone dry. So what I did already is I put 15 gallons of SH in here. Okay, you guys got that? It's got 15 gallons of SH. I need 30 gallons. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to fill this up. All I got to do is turn this on right here. You guys can see here, look, nothing but water. You see that? Now I'm running nothing but water. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on screen right here, but I got a little black line here where my hand is. Anyway, that's the 30-gallon mark right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this is very important, your surfactant, you're going to put a cup for every 10 gallons, okay? A cup for every 10 gallons. Actually really easy math, right, guys? So you see me here, look. Again, this is snot monade, cherry-scented snot monade. So there you go. 1, that's 1 cup. 2 right here. I love this stuff, guys. The reason why I don't use a lemonator is because to me, a lemonator smells too much like bleach. And this right here, oh man, guys, if you guys get the cherry scented, oh man, guys, it smells like cherry Kool-Aid. You guys remember drinking Kool-Aid as kids? So anyway, that's my third right there. And that's it right there, guys. So remember, you're using a cup, a measuring cup for every 10 gallons of mix. So if I was making 50 gallons, it would be 5 cups. If I was making 20 gallons, it'd be 2 cups. If I was making 25 gallons, it'd be 2.5 cups. If I was making 35 gallons, it would be 3.5 cups. So that's super easy. And then you gotta, I'm about like half an inch away from reaching my mark here of 30 gallons and my mix is done. So I'm gonna hold this right here. Again, look, just water. And this is what's called a 50-50, and that's it, that's done. So there you have it, guys. This is the same mix. Now, on this truck, I have a roof pump, and I can transfer. I have a metering system, and I can transfer chemicals as needed. But of course, you guys starting out, you're not gonna have that. 99% of you guys are gonna be batch mixing, and that's how you're gonna do it, guys. 50-50 mix. Half water, half bleach, and then you're going to put 1 cup of surfactant for every 10 gallons of mixture. And then the final thing I'm going to leave you with is this. If you are getting your bleach at Walmart or Home Depot, you're going to run that straight. You guys got that? If you're getting at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're going to run that straight because you cannot trust what that ratio says on a bottle. More likely, if it says 10% or 11% or 12%, whatever it says on a bottle, expect it to be a lot less than that because, again, guys, you don't know how long that's been sitting in a warehouse somewhere, right? My SH gets delivered to me every Monday fresh. And then that whole week, we go through 500-600 gallons of SH, and then on Monday they deliver another 500-600 gallons for me. So we're always using brand spanking new fresh SH. So I recommend you guys do that. You're gonna run it straight if you're getting it from Lowe's or Home Depot. But if you're getting commercial grade SH, like from a chemical supply company or maybe a pressure washing supply company, something along those lines where you know your SH is really good and it's strong, then you're gonna wanna cut it because you'll be spraying 2 like chemical that is too strong, and then plus you're going to be going through a lot of chemicals. So there you have it, guys. This is how I make my mix. Guys, I do not change my mix for nothing. This is how every single one of my trucks goes out every day, and we use the same mix. Remember, quality comes from consistency, guys. So get out there, work this system, and make sure that above everything else, you do it exactly as I tell you, because you're going to be able to reach that same quality as well. Now let's get out there and wash some houses. Okay guys, so step one of the system, you want to make sure you hook up to water supply. You see the Flexzilla feeding my buffer tank. Then I went ahead and did my home protection. Look at this. This didn't even have a lid. You get SH in there, boom, you're gonna fry the electricity. And then moving on here, as we do our walk around, under this bag here is your Verizon box. And then I also put tape here to make sure we don't get any SH here, because this is where you're going to find the breaker box on the other side. You can see here, I mean, wow, this one here is really dirty as well. Got another dirty one. Now we try to upsell here. Ooh, look at that, guys. Wow, all the way up. This is the first time they're having their house wash, by the way. We try to upsell here. I'm going to show you the basement stairwell. We try to upsell this. You see the basement stairwell here, what condition it is. We try to upsell it. By the way, we charge, when we're on site, we charge $75 for basement stairwells, but they don't want to get that done. You see here, a lot of algae here on the wall, a little bit of mildew. Look at that. We're gonna hit this with a 6% solution, as you guys well know. Now, we try to upsell this too. She said her son was gonna do it. You guys see, look. But I'm gonna help her out, and I'm gonna spray a little bit of solution out. I'm not gonna pressure wash or go out of my way to do it, but we're gonna touch this up a little bit with our solution. And then I want to show you something here on the deck. Two things really. Look at this. So make sure you're being thorough on your job, because look at this one side right here, how bad it is. And then another electrical outlet that didn't have a cap here, so that's why that's taped up. And moving on here, as we do our walk around, and again, we try to upsell the deck here. So just so you know, decks this size here, composite decks, we charge $150. I mean, you see it's not very big, but they just want to get the house wash done, because this kind of flows into why we got this job. This was an HOA violation. Now, we don't have a contract here in this neighborhood, but how they got us, they already saw us in the neighborhood. Our truck here was just here, and we did the neighbor about 2-3 days ago. So once again, guys, another example of the 5 around. Okay, you see that right there? This is your control box for your AC. Those are also highly volatile when, you know, SH falls in behind there, so you want to make sure you cover those up. Of course, at the very end, we're going to have to do some plant protection here. And that's it. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around and get rocking and rolling. All right, guys, if you look right in the middle of where my finger's pointing right there, you'll see I just got done putting a flyer on that door right there. I did that door. Remember, your 5 arounds, guys. At the end of the day, that's how we picked up this job here, because my guys were in the neighborhood and they did a 5 around. And as a matter of fact, guys, you know, that's one of the things that you're learning in this downstreaming series. I would argue it's probably the most important thing that you're learning in this downstreaming series is also how to get customers, right? And a good, you know, 30 to 40% of our customers comes from boots on the ground marketing. So all of the things that, you know, we've been talking to you guys about, okay? Now, if you notice here in this house wash, you always want to start at the dirtiest side, as we always do every single one of these episodes. You want to go as far as you can with your fan tip. I want you guys really practicing the 3 things that we've been talking about, I think, in every single one of these episodes, is not wasting too much time on one wall, and not switching your tips too often. And also remember practicing not turning your gun off. You guys see that right there? How I go from hand to hand without switching my gun. Remember, when it comes to you know, saucing up a wall, the solution, guys, has a reaction time. That reaction time is right around 8 to 12 minutes, around there. So that means that the chemical is not going to work right away. It's not like an immediate, you know what I mean, spray and boom, the stuff goes away. That's not how that works. Okay, so you're gonna let that sit a little bit. And the reason why you want to start at the dirtiest side first, let me pull my line a little bit, is because that's where you want the chemical to sit the longest. Okay, makes sense, right? So now see how long it took me to do that wall? I mean, I would say 2 minutes max. Already moving on to wall number 2. Why is that? Because even though you see the wall, you guys see that right there on camera, it's still pretty green and black. But the reason for that being is because of that dwell time. And then also, you guys, you know, with your house washing, it's going to come down to a system, and that's what this is all about. You guys understanding that a house wash has 3 basic elements, 3 steps to it. Step number 1 is what I'm doing now, which is the sauce phase. Step 2 is going to be the spot treating, where we just go around and we spot treat the areas that are still really, you know, black and green and a little bit more resilient to the solution. So you see here, guys, how I'm not switching like a crazy person from tip to tip. I'm just using my fan tip first. And if you notice, again, very, very rare that I turn my gun off. See that, how I'm spraying and walking? Very, very rare. That's what I want you guys to practice a lot in this series. When you go out in the field and you practice these techniques, this is one of the main techniques that I want you guys to practice. Not turning your gun on and off, on and off, on and off. I don't know if I told you guys this. I remember one time I was training this new guy, and man, it would take him like almost 2 hours, an hour, 50 minutes around there, to do even smallest of jobs. Smallest of jobs. And one of the main reasons why that was because he kept switching. You know, he would turn the gun off. I'm going to show you guys on screen what he would do. So I'm here hitting this wall, right? This is what he would do. He would move his line a little bit, and then he would turn his gun back on. He would come here like this, and then he would turn his gun off like that. If you guys are doing that, that's a huge mistake. You want to practice the technique of just keeping your gun on. You know, now, you know, this is a technique for you to do, you know, if you want to do 5, 6, 7 jobs a day, that's the technique right there. So you see how I pretty much don't turn the gun off unless like, let's say, you know, like right now, I have to switch from my fan tip to my shooter tip. All right, you're gonna see that right now. Then I turn it off. See that? Okay, there you go, my shooter tip. Remember, shooter tip number 5. This is for, but this is not for a 4-gallon a minute machine, guys, or even 5-gallon a minute machine. You need 8-gallon a minute machine or better to use the number 5 shooter tip. Okay. Bird poop right there. Done. Let me move down here because I don't want to get sauce on the camera for you guys. There you go. Oh, that's way better. So I'm getting like the last 6 inches right before the roof line. That's usually, pay attention to that, guys, because in 99.9999% of houses, that's the worst part. Right there, right where your soffit meets the wall right there. Man, it's always full of dirt, debris that comes from the gutter and stuff. Pay attention to that. So now I'm doing the soffit itself. Oh, bird poop right there. And remember, guys, I'm still on phase 1, right, which is the sauce phase. Now I'm doing the gutter. Let that sit a little bit. Boom, bird poop right there. A little bit of bird poop. Knock that out. Oh, see that right there? And again, she didn't hire us to do the fence, but I'm just, you know, I always like to do at least one thing for free. Now this isn't really, it's kind of an extreme. I don't normally will do a deck like this for free, but I just also, because of this series, I'm trying to show you guys as much as possible, like the different things that you can downstream. Okay? And honestly, to be quite frank, one of the absolute easiest things that you can wash in this business is a composite deck like this one. Super, super easy. See that right there? Because again, I'm not using any pressure at all of any kind. The solution's what's doing the trick. And of course, you and I there at the shop, we made the solution together because I rock 6% solution. And I wanted to clarify something as well. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, my line snagged up somewhere. Look at that. We're going to talk about this a couple times throughout this series. You know, when I say oh, that looks pretty good. Remember, she didn't hire us to do the deck, so it's just something that I'm doing because it's not that big of a deal. Boom. And then she's going to leave us an awesome 5-star review, tell her neighbors about us, and so forth. So okay, so you guys saw how I started there. That side there is relatively clean. Front has a couple of spots, but really it's the left side and this side that's bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and spot treat this side. You see that? I'm hitting it with another round of solution that you could see is still really bad. Okay, and that's the point here. Oh, there's a bird poop spot right below that window, and then it's still really black up there, which I don't think we hit it with our shooter tip anyway, because we didn't change to our shooter tip until we were on top of the deck. So, but right there, you see that? Oh, gone. So I was saying, you know, make sure, guys, you guys pay attention to that, the techniques. But I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about, oh, that's really black right there. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the solution. This is something that we're going to talk a lot about as the series rolls on. So when I'm, like I was saying, you know, we cut our solution, right? You see at the shop there, we put a 50-50 mix. We cut it with water. So the solution that's hitting the wall right now is not 6%. You guys get that? Because the reason why that is that solution, I made a 50-50 mix, but the solution that's hitting the wall is still going through my line. It's still going through inside of my pump. So it's being further diluted by water, right? So I want you guys to understand that, because a lot of you guys that, for whatever reason, maybe you don't understand the business and how it all works yet. You know, I've had a couple comments in the comment section saying like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's way too strong to clean a house with 6% solution. It is if you're soft washing, right? Which is not what I'm doing. I'm downstream. soft washing, I would have to be using my 12-volt pump or my roof pump, which you know, you guys are gonna get to see me do a lot, by the way, during the what's it called, the ooh, right there guys, look, real black right there, during the soft washing series, right? But what I'm doing here is I'm downstreaming. So when you downstream, you're using your pressure washer. My pressure washer, 10 gallon a minute machine. So what does that mean? There's 10 gallons of water running through my line every minute. And so in order to answer some of you guys' question about the solution, when you're spraying a 50-50 mix, okay, and you're doing that with you're downstreaming that with your pressure washer, by the time the solution goes through your machine, goes through your pump, goes through your line, it's down to about a 0.8. It's gonna, now what I'm saying is it's going to depend on some factors, okay? What factors? It's going to depend the size of your machine, how many gallons a minute it puts out, the size of your hose. Like you guys know, I use 3/8 hose. Some of you guys use 1/2-inch hose, so that has more water in it, right? We don't use 1/2-inch because we think it's too heavy. We like the 3/8 better, right? And so depending on the type of machine, the hose that you have, where you got your SH, guys, it's several factors that goes into it, right? But when you're downstreaming, you know, the solution that's hitting that wall is going to be somewhere around 0.8 to about 1.2%. So right around 1%. Like the solution that I'm hitting, that I'm using right now, that's coming out, the 6% that we made at the shop, the solution that's hitting that wall right now is a 1%. It's right around 1%. Give or take a very small margin, less or more than that. You guys got that? So that's why we recommend actually that you downstream as opposed to soft wash, because the solution is not very strong, right, for you to damage things. So I wanted to clarify that. So when I say that I'm using a 6% solution, I am. That's what we made. You literally saw me make it, but that's not actually what's hitting the wall, okay? If you guys got any more questions about that, just email me. But trust me when I tell you that we are not spraying 6% on that wall. We're spraying right around 1%. 6% would be, I would damage things, I would kill plants, and all of that. And we're gonna talk a lot about this as well, more in our soft washing series when I do that with you guys as well. Ooh, those dormers up there, guys, you can't see too well because of the sun is right there. But those dormers, man, they are dirty. Look at this stoop right here, guys, but she's having it replaced. I don't know if you can see this really well on camera. Let me see. But it's got a big old crack right there. All right, let's go ahead and get this part up here. Ooh, I'm not gonna shoot up here because of the camera. I'm just gonna step out. Ooh, that's perfect. The door right there. And then also the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, system, right? Make sure that you guys are working your system. You guys saw that, you know, the very first thing that I did, connected to water supply, and then I did my walk around. I did my home and plant protection, and then as soon as I was done with that, taping everything up, I did my walk around. Ooh, I'm gonna get snagged up on that concrete where it's broken. Let's see. Woo, I think I got enough to do this wall. Let me see. See if we get snagged up right there. Whoa, oh, got snagged up. Oh, let go. You guys saw there, we did the walk around together. And remember something, guys. The purpose of that walk around is twofold. Well, threefold, really. One, oh, there's a bird poop spot right there. You guys see it? Really bad one, actually. One is for you, you know, in your walk around, this is where you're going to take your before picture. I took 2, I want to say. Yeah, I took 2 before pictures here in this house. But you're going to take your before picture doing your walk around. And then the other thing is, this is where you are going to spot. Ooh, you guys see that? Wind came out of nowhere. You're going to spot any liability issues. You know how that job that we did where, you know, I saw that dead plant in a pot, you know, then I took a picture of it, sent it to the owner. Now I was in a situation where, you know, that was a rental property, so the person who hired me didn't actually live there. So I sent a message to the owner saying, hey, just FYI, this plant's already dead before I get started. Guys, you don't want to get blamed for a, you know, a broken window, broken piece of siding, a dead plant, whatever it is. So, you know, that's in that walk around, you're going to identify any issues of liability, anything that, you know, is an issue that can cause you to lose the client or get a complaint, or, you know, get the customer unhappy because they think you did something wrong. So maybe if it's like, you know, the house is very oxidized, for example, you know, let the customer know that house washing is not going to get rid of oxidation. Also, house washing doesn't get rid of rust, right? All of those things cost extra. Just communicate with your customer and let them know, right? Ooh, look how clean it looks back here, guys. Real clean. Look at that. One of the easiest things, guys, to clean. Downstream composite decks. So and the other thing is, after you identified, you know, possible liability issues, the next thing that you want to do, you want to make sure, you know, you talk to the customer about upsell. I want to get this real quick here. Any upsell opportunity that's there, you know, in this case here in this house, you know, didn't happen, but you guys see me all the time where I upsell the basement or whatever. All right, guys, we're 100% done with the first phase. Remember, we touched up that wall back there twice. Now we're gonna start the phase 2 of the house washing. Is we got to go through and spot treat things that still kind of look kind of funky. Let me see if you can see this on camera. Look at this right here. See that right there? Looks funky. So anything that still needs a little bit of solution on it, we're gonna sauce it up a little bit more. You see that right there? Of course, you won't be able to see this on camera, especially with the sunbeam right there. That still had a little bit of green right at the lip of the siding. So now I'm going to switch to my shooter tip, because for the most part, when you're spot treating, you want to use your shooter tip, because the purpose is not to hit the whole wall all over again, right? I'm just treating certain spots that still look kind of weird. That dormer up there, for example, man, believe it or not, we're gonna have to hit this dormer once more after this. That dormer's still black a little bit right there. Of course, you guys can't see it. I can barely see it because of the sun, but I can see it's a little bit dark right there. Maybe, I don't know if you can see it real good there. Here as well. There we go. So we'll let that solution sit a little bit, and then we'll go do that wall there once more, and then we'll swing back around and hit this dormer here one more time, and then we can switch to water, which is the third phase, by the way, switching to water. So after you sauce it up, you're gonna spot treat. After you spot treat, meaning there's no more organics anywhere, then you're going to switch your system to water and rinse everything down. Ooh, right there. Cobwebs. Cobwebs. Of course, downstreaming, by the way, doesn't really do anything to brick. That's why brick and stucco and things of that nature have to be soft wash. But I'm just removing a lot of the debris that has come down from the siding. There you go. That's pretty good. A lot of debris on this house, like spider, what's it called, cobwebs, spider nests. There was a couple butterfly cocoons, things like that. All right, let's hit this dormer once more before we head over there, and then we're gonna hit it once more after that. There you go. So remember, this is the third time now where we hit these dormers, and we're gonna have to hit it once more. There you go. So then once you've done your walkthrough and you identified liabilities and upselling opportunities, then you're gonna do the next step, which we did, which is your 5 rounds, right, with your 6x9 postcards. You know what, this is bothering me right here, even though they're going to do this concrete. This is all green and black right there, nasty looking. Ooh, right there too, guys, look at that right there. That ball up there right there is a little bit green, so once we switch around to our shooter tip again, we'll hit that ball. But let's check this side, see what it looks like. Ooh, this looks really good, guys. So, you know, if there's no upselling opportunities, ooh, a little bit of mildew right there. Right there. No upselling opportunities, you're done with your walkthrough. You already took your before picture. You already did your 5 round. In the meantime, while all of that was happening, your buffer tank's filling up. Let's see up there. That looks pretty good up there, guys. So all we need is to hit that top of that what's that thing called, a portico. Let's switch our system to water everything down. Right there. Oh, that's pretty good. And then, you know, once you've done your 5 rounds, then you come back and you're going to do what we're doing right here, which is you're going to spray your solution, make sure there's no more organics anywhere. Oh, that's perfect. Freaking perfect. It's all gone. We'll let this last one sit as well. Bam. Done. Wow. Just hit this one more time. And once you switch to water, rinse everything down. Then you're going to do a walkthrough. Like I'll do a walkthrough before I get the customer. You know, just to make sure. I'm gonna touch up this gutter one more time and then check back there just in case. The back of the house, in case I need to touch anything up over there. So that's step number, step number 6. You're gonna, you know, do that walkthrough, make sure everything's okay. Step 7, you're gonna do the walkthrough with the customer, collect payment. And then step 8, Google review. Ooh, wow. Everything's perfect, even including that deck. Looks perfect. Yeah. Wow, it's all good to go, guys. Got one spot up there, but it's a bug. It looked like mildew up there, but no, it was just a big bug. That's it. So not one piece of organic anywhere. So we'll go ahead and switch to water. So let me go ahead and switch to water, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO. And the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really, really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. All right, guys, whenever you switch your system to water, remember, you're still going to have about, let's say, about 30 seconds of chemical in there. So I'm going to use this opportunity to touch up anything that I see that still needs a little bit of solution. Like you'll see here on this side of the deck right here, look, right there. Bam. Okay, there you go. Takes about 30 seconds. Then we're gonna have water. And you know, if you have a different system, I know some of you guys activate your water through your J-rod. You know, so you'll have like soap tips and water tips on your J-rod. If you guys have noticed, my J-rod only has soap tips, because I actually walk to the truck and I put my drop stick, I take it out of the soap and I put it in the water. And the reason for that being is because right now, not only am I rinsing off the chemical, but I'm also rinsing off my injector, my downstream injector, which is very important. Ooh, bird poop. There you go. And remember, guys, when rinsing a house, you go the opposite of ground to gutter. Now I want to go and put a little bit of water here on the lawn, because we sprayed a little bit here. Doesn't require a whole heck of a lot, because it only got a little bit of overspray. So when I'm rinsing a house, I want to go the opposite of how I put the soap on. Now I want to go from the top to the bottom, like so. I want everything to run down just like that. Whoa, almost tripped, guys. That right there, that thing right there, almost tripped. Get rid of some of this soapy water. It's also got a lot of debris from the deck on it. There you go. 10 seconds on the window. 10 seconds of water. We're gonna hit this from outside of the deck with our, what is that called? Shooter tip as well. And the reason why I want to stand out there is because I don't want to get a lot of water on the camera. Oh, it's looking pretty good. So 10 seconds right there. See how I'm going from the top to the bottom? Then your bigger pieces of glass, I do 10 seconds. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Your deck has a dip, like right here. You won't be able to tell on camera, but it has like a low, really low dip right there. Everything's rushing to right there. So we'll just let that be. Water is just gonna naturally pull right there and go down through the boards. Now I'll switch to my fan tip and touch that up so we're not getting a lot of water in the camera. A little bit of bird poop right there. Gone. Right there, gone. We'll start at this window. So one leaf right there. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other thing I was going to say, you know, if you run into this situation where we are in what's called a hot zone. What is a hot zone? A hot zone is, you'll notice certain neighborhoods that all of a sudden, for whatever reason that is, in this case here, it's a HOA violation. Everyone got a letter this week. So just on this street where we are right now, we've done 8 houses just this week. And today, earlier this morning, one of our crews did 2 houses on a different street, same neighborhood. So whenever you see that kind of action in the same neighborhood, you know, make sure that you guys are doing a lot of marketing in that neighborhood. So we're hitting this entire neighborhood with our 6x9. So make sure that you guys, you know, are aware of these things, so you know how to do some target marketing. Because, you know, marketing is always going to be, you know, the #1 skill set that you need to learn in order to survive and thrive and make a lot of money in pressure washing, guys. #1 skill is the skill of how to acquire customers. Ooh, bird poop right there. Gone. Right there where I'm shooting, but it's gone. So make sure that you guys are paying attention to that, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, just this week, I'm sorry. Oh, there's guys cutting grass right there. Last week and this week combined, we've done like 20, it's either 21 or 22. This might be the 23rd in this same neighborhood. And today is what, Thursday? What day is today? Might be Tuesday, maybe. I can't remember. But anyway, the bottom line is, I remember seeing on the schedule, we got like 8 more houses in the actual neighborhood for the rest of the week. So hot zone. So we're hitting it with yard signs. We're hitting it with what's it called? Door-to-door marketing, 6x9s. We're running next door app. Target marketing this neighborhood because of the hot zone. All right, so you guys make sure you pay attention to that. Hot zones. Hot zone, baby. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And follow the system, guys. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that my system and blah 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 and I'm the best, you know, ever, blah blah blah. That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is use my system, piggyback off of my system, until you develop one for yourself, right? As a jumping off point for you to one day, you know, you're going to be out there, you're going to develop your own system, your own methodology for doing things. But, you know, there might be things where, you know, you learn and you upgrade from what I've done. You see what I mean? But at least if you do this as a foundation, you know, you're setting yourself up for success. You know, we talk about this all the time. You know, you want to copy success. And this is not something, you know, the things that I teach you guys see it. You know, you guys see me putting it into action, because these are not some theoretical mumbo jumbo that I read somewhere or that I heard someone talking about. No, these are things that I've been doing. I've been lab testing this stuff for years, guys. Years and years and years. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Oh, this one window's really dirty, right? Oh, right there. Had a lot of mildew right there underneath the screen. Moving on. Here we can hit all of these windows with what is that thing called? The shooter tip. Let's move on here to the side, and then we'll do the front last. You guys see how I very rare that I turn my gun off. I pretty much only turn the gun off if I'm switching tips, basically. Like, I keep my gun on pretty much the whole time I'm washing. So you guys practice, that's going to be a huge help. Usually do about 15 seconds at least per bush. Remember, these bushes only got a little bit of overspray from the solution, right? But now they're getting a lot of water. So, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Same thing here. Just like that. As you guys mature in your journey, you're going to be able to come up with your own way of doing things, and you incorporate some of the things that I taught you, and you evolve it, make it better. That's what's awesome about a system, is that, you know, there's room in there for upgrades, right? Ooh, that looks pretty good. That's good. But at least you guys are not going out there, you know, and doing everything blind, like you don't know what you're doing. Switch to our shooter tip, and then we'll pretty much do the rest here with the shooter tip, including in the front, and then we'll switch to our fan tip just to wet the plants in the front, and we're done. Remember, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. Remember, guys, you know, when you leave a house, the goal is the walls, the windows, and the plants are going to be chemical free, right? You guys got that? Cannot leave SH on siding because you'll damage it. The sun can get to it and it can turn into oxidation, okay? And it can ruin paint. Like, you don't want to leave SH on siding also, because not only can it damage the house, but it can, you know, go into the plants in the next few hours, and then damage plants because you're not there watering anything down. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. And, you know, if you leave a house and there's no chemical anywhere and everything's been watered, the way you leave it is the way it's going to be, you know, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, 4 hours later, 2 days later, whatever. So make sure you guys do a good job with your rinsing. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest we can get with our fan tip. How you doing? There you go. Clean up the brick here a little bit. This is that part that I was telling you guys, driving me nuts. But you know, like I said, they were saying that they're gonna have this replaced. You see that, how it's all cracked? So not even that big of a deal. More of an OCD thing than anything, I think. I just hate seeing stuff look like that. There you go. Little bit of mildew in between the bricks there. Oh, that looks pretty good. Remember, 15 seconds on these bigger bushes. And it's okay, guys, to get chemical on the plant. I don't know if you knew that or not. You know, it's unavoidable. I mean, today it hasn't been too windy, but once in a while a wind will come out of nowhere. So it's unavoidable. You're gonna get chemical on plants. The thing is, you just can't leave it on the plant. Like in the 1 hour that you're there, it's not going to harm the plant. But if you leave it and it's on there for days, couple days, you know, a day or two, then it's going to kill the plant. You guys got that? So don't stress out like, oh my God, I got, you know, all this chemical in this one bush. Let me switch to water and rinse it down. No, it doesn't have to be done right then and there. Like I said, it's okay. It's okay to get solution on there. You just can't leave it on there. Ooh. Hopefully the camera didn't get too wet there. Remember, I'm still using my fan tip. Clean these fillers up a little bit. And man, wow, yesterday I was planning on doing some recording yesterday, but wow, oh my God, guys, wow. I was so upset because when I got to the job where I was going to do some recording, one of my cameras, I had left it in the office on, you know, the top of the computer because we were doing some updates to it, and so I forgot to put it back in the camera bag. And was it yet? Maybe it wasn't yesterday, maybe it was the day before that. But anyway, I did 46 solar panels in one house. I was so upset. And the problem is I was an hour and 15 minutes from the shop, so it's not like I could just run to the shop and get the camera. But man, I've been wanting to do solar panel cleaning on video for you guys, but now we're like on a mission to do, after the series is done, we're gonna do 2 or 3 houses where I'm gonna show you guys how to clean solar panels, because that's important too. But that one job was actually, it was a $1,600 job. I did some other things there too, but just the solar panel part, we charged $399 for 36 solar panels, and we charged $399. But there you have it, guys. There you go, done. There you go, 100% done. Well, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Man, we're working hard to bring you guys some quality content that you can learn from. And then my main goal with this, guys, is that you guys put this into practice. Go out there, help you get customers. If you guys follow this blueprint, it is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, make sure you follow every single episode. Do not skip any of the episodes. This downstreaming series is going to be a game changer for you, because this is how we make 80% of our money at Mr. Bubbles. Downstreaming and concrete cleaning as well. We've done a couple jobs where you've seen me do miscellaneous concrete things, but downstreaming, guys, it is so universal, so easy to do. I mean, a job like this, 45 minutes. By the way, I think I forgot to mention this in the beginning. This is a $399 wash. And I mean, I don't have a watch on me or anything, but I mean, it couldn't have taken me more than 45 minutes. I only been here maybe for 45 minutes, and that's what it is. Also, email me, guys. I got tons of great resources for you. If you're a new guy, email me. I can send you our marketing blueprint for new guys, which is going to help you out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.